If you look at it critically, is overthinking actually that bad? Overthinking bad? I don't think it's actually that bad. Overthinking is not bad, depending on what you're using it for, or what do you think? Hi guys, hello people, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Olupejuoluwaseye Lucy. Shay for me, Lucy or Oluwaseye, whichever one you want to call me is correct. So thank you for coming back to this is video number 2. Thank you for your comments, your love on the last video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking, for commenting, for sharing. I'm very, very grateful. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we'll be talking about life. We're talking about our journey as humans, growing from teen to adulthood that we're not all ready for. Thank you very much for coming back. I really appreciate you. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and share to everybody you know. Thank you very much. I have an exam tomorrow. But instead of reading, I'm wondering what my lecturer wants to set as a question. Or I have an interview tomorrow. Instead of me preparing for my interview, I am worrying about what would they ask me. After worrying about what would they ask me, rather than go and prepare myself, I bask in the worry. I dwell there. I stay there. That's what is overthinking. Overthinking is when you dwell in a place for more than you should, and it leads to worry. You get scared, you are afraid, it leads to anxiety. You don't know what is doing you. At the end of the day, you may not even know how to, like, what is doing you or how to deal with this. Overthinking is just like something that's supposed to weigh you down, because this thing is not that deep. At the end of the day, most times if you look at it, those things that you are overthinking or those things that you overthought, they were not actually that deep. They didn't require that much of your energy. We waste our time overthinking and unnecessary things. You have to go out tomorrow. You're already over. What should I wear? How will they see me when I go there? We don't need it. Why is it that we cannot? Over does not, entertain or welcome. Well done. Over, when you say something is overdoing something, I think that at the end of the day, if we can change it to extra thinking, you're going the extra mile to make your thoughts. You're going a step further. You are thinking on things that other people do not think of. That's when you can actually say that it's advantageous. But we're looking at it from the point of view of overthinking. It looks like it's actually bad. But when you say extra thinking, you are doing extra. You're adding more to the one you're supposed to do, so you are able to provide great results at that point in time. Overthinking can actually fuel your curiosity. It can help you to make analysis of situation. It can help you to actually become a better person. When you actually, maybe you did something bad to somebody, or maybe I've not contacted my friend for a while and I'm trying to reach out to them and they're ignoring me. I'll be able to think, okay, I think it's because of what I did, maybe because I've not spoken to them in a while. That's why they're unable to contact me and all of that. So I'll be able to think it through. I think the main issue there is because looking at it, thinking is not a problem. When you think, it's not a problem. You come up with solutions. When you achieve, it's not a problem. So when you had the over, that's when it looks like it's becoming a problem. You'll be hearing things like, oh, overthinking is very, very bad. Overachievers, what's that? Do you understand? Those words, when we add over to things, they tend to look bad. But now I was thinking, what of when we add extra to things? Extraordinary. We get thumbs up when you use extraordinary. Why is it that we cannot get thumbs up for using over in situations? What most times, instead of us to actually go out there and work on our goals, do what we want to do, achieve, go out there, be great, and be, dynamic and unique, we tend to spend our time sitting on our bed or lying down worrying about, oh, what will people think, what will people say if I put this out there, what will people think of me if I put this out there. We tend to overthink it instead of extra thinking. Okay, I don't have the right tools to be a graphic designer right now. I don't have the right knowledge of being a graphic designer. What are the things I can do? What are the steps that I can take to become a better graphic designer? Okay, the designs I do right now, they are not actually quite pleasing to the eye. What are the extra things I can do? That's extra thinking instead of going overboard and overthinking it into into non-existence, because when you overthink things at the end of the day, they become non-existence. They will not exist. Your ideas will just die with you, and we don't want that here. Nobody's ideas should die with them. No idea should die with you. So instead of you to sit down and then just waste your time, be less productive, you're anxious, you're scared of something you've not even tried. You've not even dipped your foot into the water and you're scared of being cold. You've not even you don't know the risk that come with it. You're just looking at it from a point of view of a layman, because you've not actually entered into that field. You're looking at it from the point of view of a layman, and you're being scared from the point of view of a layman. You're not thinking of the professional risk. You're just thinking of the risk that will come when you've not even tried it. You're not thinking of future. As much as in your decision making, it is okay for you to wear the black hat that is thinking of the negative parts that can come with something. You can also wear the yellow hat that is thinking of the benefits. What are the benefits I would derive from doing these things? What are the accolades I would get? What are the support system I would actually get when I even dive into these things? What are the problems I will be solving? Whose life would I be making better by doing these things? When you're overthinking in the negative direction, you can actually drive it back to the positive direction. I've noticed most time, because I talking to you, I can say I'm the best overthinker that I know. Because you know instead of you, most times when you're overthinking things, you always go in the negative direction. You always you always look at the negative side, negative side, negative side. But why can't you just drive it back into the positive side? And I've noticed this thing in comment sections of celebrities. There'll be people praising them, people saying that, okay, I appreciate your work motivates me. But that one person or two people that will say, oh, you are not doing well, look at blah blah blah, the way this person dressed. That's the person they're going to give the reply. That's the person that they're going to put their attention on. I don't know why negativity drives a lot of people to itself. So whenever you are thinking in the negative direction, whenever you are thinking why something should not work for you, think in the direction of why should this thing work for me. Whenever you're thinking of why should I not do this, overthinking, if you look at it, can actually be a useful tool. Why am I saying this? It can be a tool. When you are deciding on something, should I do this or should I do that? You're able to overthink it to the extent that you weigh the pros and the cons. What is the outcome if I do it this way? What is the outcome rather if I do it that way? You're able to know what path to take. When you overthink something, you're able to be like the black art person, because there is this man that came up with the 6 arts of decision. So like you're able to you're not only looking at the positive part, you're not looking at the thing you have at hand, you're not only processing what the information you were given, you're able to look beyond those things and actually look at what is the negative part, and this negative part, what impact would it have on whatever I am doing. So you're able to project more, like look at the future rather than what is just before you. That's one way rather that I think that overthinking can be useful. It can be very useful in your decision making. It can help you to become a professional in your field. Whenever you want to ask yourself, why should I be the one that will be successful, or why should I be the one that would start this initiative, why should people support me, just drive it in the direction of why should people not support you, why should you not be successful at this thing. Whenever your mind is taking you to the negative parts or the negative thing that can come with whatever you want to try out, send it back in the right direction and tell it that why should I not try it out? Why do you think I won't be successful at it? Analyze the situation yourself and be real with yourself before you start anything. Okay, if I start this thing, I have this to my advantage, I have this to my advantage, I have this one to my disadvantage. How can I make this my disadvantage into an advantage? We've heard of war stories and we've seen war movies where two enemies become allies because they want to conquer something. Do you understand? You can actually use your disadvantage to your advantage. Overthinking is a disadvantage. It's something that no human should actually possess, but you can actually use this to your advantage. How? By thinking in the positive direction, by using those cons, those negative things, those negative thoughts that came from your overthinking, by using it to your disadvantage. Okay, if I should try this one, maybe I don't have real knowledge in this field, but that is the field I want to venture into. Maybe I don't have a lot of knowledge in mental health, but I want to venture into mental health. What am I supposed to do? I'm not supposed to sit down there and be worried, oh, I actually really want to do, I actually really want to be a mental health coach, I actually want to help people to have healthy mental health. I'm not supposed to sit down there and be worrying about that. What am I supposed to do? Use that to my advantage. Maybe take courses, sign up for professional classes, watch videos on the right things to do, the right things to say with people that have issues, instead of rather than just sitting down and be wondering, oh, let's say I studied this in school, maybe I'll be a good mental health coach right now. Oh, let's say I signed up for that class last week, maybe I would even have a little insight. Stop worrying. Just stand up and go and sign up for the class or search for a similar one. It doesn't have to be. Thinking is good. It's very good for you to think, because if you don't think, you will not. If you don't think, you will not know the direction to go in your life. You don't. Nobody's going to come and do your thinking for you. Nobody's going to come and do your think, because it's from thinking that we're able to make the right choices, make the right decisions. Maybe not the right decisions, but when you think, you're able to know the consequences of things. But when you overthink, that means you're taking it the extra mile in the negative thing, in the negative parts. When you overthink something, you're taking it an extra mile, but it's not in the positive direction, in the negative direction. So what are you supposed to do? Do the extra thinking instead of doing the overthinking. Be extraordinary in your thinking. Go extra mile in your thinking. Think of the positive and the negative as well, yes, but actually you think of, okay, this is a disadvantage, how can I use my advantage and all of that. Do you understand? Instead of it just, okay, there's nothing I can do, I don't have a certificate in that, I want to know how to sew clothes, I love seeing civil design, I don't like the way my tailor sews clothes for me, but now since I don't know how to sew, there's nothing I can do. No, there's something you can do about it. You can actually take charge. That's an advantage, but how can you use your disadvantage to your advantage? You already know that you don't know how to sew. What are you supposed to do next? Go out there, learn sewing. There are courses online that you can actually sign up for. There are videos you can watch that you can actually sign up for. So instead of you to do overthinking, I charge you today to do the extra thinking. Go extra mile into your thinking. So lovely people, I hope that today you will pick extra thinking over overthinking. You'll be able to weigh the pros and cons of your decisions. You'll be able to focus your energy on the right thing. You'll be able to channel your energy through the right path, instead of you wasting your time on what you could have done. That time is in the past now. You're in the present and you have to look for the future. You have to look out for your future. So please don't bask in overthinking what you could have done wrong, or maybe you felt embarrassed by something you said to somebody 2 weeks ago and now you're allowing it to eat you up. There's nothing you can do. Maybe you apologize, or maybe you want to apologize, then go and tender the apology and then move on. Learn from that and move on. Don't waste your time overthinking that. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me, and I hope you've been able to take like 3 things home, not one now. Take about 3 to 4 things home by, you know what, don't do the overthinking, do the extra thinking, and use your disadvantage to your advantage. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know your thoughts on the new phrase we coined together, extra thinking. Thank you very much. Till next time, Oluwaseyi or Lucy. Thank you very much. I'm really grateful to you. Bye bye.